Hello, thank you for joining me tonight. My name is Becky from Becky D Holistics, and I'm a Reiki Master teacher, and I'm going to offer a different style video. I usually do Reiki ASMR style, which I suppose it might be a little bit ASMR, but the general theme tonight is offering some tips and some tools to clear your space and bless it with Reiki Energy. So I was thinking about doing a quiet Reiki version of this anyways, and then I was waiting for a tool to come in the mail for a video that I've prepared, but it hasn't come, so this was an opportune time because the new moon in Aries is technically tomorrow. If you are watching this in real time, you can of course watch this anytime, and you can clear your space anytime, but around new moons and full moons it's also very beneficial to clear and charge your items in your home, including your crystals. That's why I made the quiet charging crystal video last week, and so because there's a new moon, that would be a really helpful video to use actually during this new moon, so the energies are always relevant 2 days and 2 days before and 2 days after the this cycle of what's going on. So if you are watching this in real time around the time of the new moon, then this would be a great time to do a cleansing. And so I just thought I would offer what I do at home. This is not really going to be me clearing your space with these tools, because Reiki Energy is just a loving energy. It's not necessarily, I'm not like a shaman or something like that, which can be confusing because during my Reiki ASMR style videos I use a lot of the same tools, but in general Reiki is just the energy, and we are attuned to certain symbols to send the energy. The different items that I use are things that I pick up personally, that I like to use on a personal basis, and therefore it would be beneficial for you to do your own clearing, or if you would like, you can always hire like a professional shaman style energy clearing person. So I just thought I would, offer what I have picked up through the years, through just what I do, what I've read about, heard about, and offer what I personally like, but you need to use what you also really resonate with, because this is very personal, okay? So the most important thing would be intention. Okay, so before starting any ritual is to take a moment. You can write it down, you can think it, you can speak it, but the intention behind what you're doing is the most important thing. Spirits, your guides, your helpers, the unseen, the people that do see, they do feel and know your intention always, okay? So that is what's going on, and energy is very powerful, and your intentions are always very powerful as well. So we're going to start with bringing Reiki Energy in, just so that it's here with us throughout this whole session. Alright, so just give me a moment. always, let's get a candle going, and you can set your own intention. And I thought we would use the salt candle holder. Salt is an amazing cleanser of any salt in general. I love Himalayan salt. Selenite crystal is just a salt as well, and they're all great at cleansing. So just in general, it's good and a nice idea to have salt of some sort in your space. I personally like the salt lamps. You can get the selenite salt lamps as well, so they make those, and they just emit the cleansing energy into your space, and they clear it, and they're beneficial for many health benefits, including clearing, and it helps the negative ions and all sorts of different things. So so if you want to set your intention here, please do so now. And my intention is just to allow the energies and for the teachings to resonate, for clearing and for blessing your space. And I'm going to set my tools on the back table today. So I'm just going to set this one with the Himalayan salt lamp. So one of the most popular things to do is smudge. Smudging can come in many different forms. The most popular one that you might see is white sage, the little dried bundles of sage. Sometimes you can use some lavender with it. You can use peppermint and all sorts of different little dried herbs. I don't have that, and the reason I don't is because I'm not huge on a lot of smoke in my space. You know, this room is small, so I don't like to use smoke all the time. I do them for my videos sometimes, but those sage bundles are like really smoky, so feel free to use that. Like if I was moving into a new home, I might actually do something like that, which I should mention. So clearing a space when you use it would be like if it's a new home, after an argument, after being sick, a transition from season to season, just for regular upkeep, just to clear that stagnant, or that maybe there's a negative energy. You want to just make sure that we are always just allowing the positive, the fresh, the new, the good vibes into our space, right? So that we can grow in life in a positive way. So now, if we're talking about entities of any kind that you're thinking that there might be something in your home, that's just a little bit more of a higher level of clearing than I would personally feel comfortable speaking about. You can just tell them to leave in a very stern voice, but I'm not really going deep because, like I said, I'm not a shaman or anything like that. So, but what I wanted to offer is, for the smoke aspect, I have the white sage incense, which is a great way to clear. It doesn't have to be super duper smoky. It can be a little bit smoky. Alright, so I'm gonna light this with our candle, and then I'm going to go around our space today and just have the smoke permeate the room, and I'm going to spread it with the feather so it gets up into the corners of our space and down low as well. Clearing any negative, any stagnant energy can leave. Letting go, time to clear our space. Clear you off a little bit too. Great. And another way that you can do the clearing, which I really love, I do prefer the smell of Palo Santo, so I do have a piece here, but we don't necessarily need to use it. It just looks like a little stick of wood. And it's just a sacred wood that is really good for clearing spaces or yourself. Right. I wanted to mention, I'm not sure if you've ever noticed in my videos before, but I do have like a little, I wore my evil eye earrings kind of because we're doing like, you know, evil eye is if someone's kind of giving you the evil eye, it bounces off you and back to them kind of idea. So I have my little earrings on, but I'm just going to show you what I have hanging. So I have this really cool looking eye, and I just found this at HomeSense and I love it so much. So the intention is generally we'd set something like this in the space where you might feel like any energies coming to you. I just like it, so I have it in my healing space, but generally you would, there's a little mirror in the center, and anything mirrored, if you're projecting that out towards, like if you feel like maybe, you know, your neighbors or something are giving you the evil eye or a little bit, you know, they're unsure of you or whatever, you put a mirror kind of projecting towards that direction, and it bounces from them back to themselves rather than onto you. And so I just thought I'd show you this because I'm not sure if it ever really shows up in my videos, and I think it's really cool, and I just always have this kind of hanging in my window here. Right. Okay, so like I was saying before, salt's really clearing, so of course selenite's really great just to keep in your space. I like putting selenite in the spaces that I often use. In my living room where I like to hang out, I have selenite like under my television just to transmute any negativity. Right? So I'm just going to add this to our collection. And just in terms of crystals to keep in your space, there's quite a few, the black ones, you know, obsidian, tourmaline, shungite is another great one to keep in your space. These are all really good grounding, absorb and transmute negative energy to positive energy, and absorb the EMF waves in your space as well. So it's really nice just to keep some of these around. If you find like one of these in like a more tower form, that would be really helpful. So I'm just going to add those. And moving on to our clearing, I really like using sound. Sound is actually powerful cleanser as well, so you can clear anything with sound. So it makes it really, really easy. So I'm just going to use this in our room today. So in terms of sound, it's something else that can kind of loosen up the energy and get things kind of moving again, and you can use it like to shake things up would be a rattle. I don't have a rattle necessarily, but I do have something that will work. So this is my little abundance attracting baggie of coins and crystals, and so you can use anything. So you can use a little pouch like this and just add whatever you'd like, just to use like some of like a homemade rattle if you don't have one, just to shake up in your space. So I have another way that once you have kind of cleansed your space, to kind of finish things off nicely, it's nice to use, I find like the water elements really nice and cleansing. So I have a trick is using the rosemary essential oil in just some water, nothing super fancy. And so I have a bowl with water, and we're just going to wash around our doorway. So washing rosemary around your doorway cleanses the space, and it washes it, it cleanses it, and it invites new fresh energy in. And that's what we want to do, and that's what I'd like to do for this space today. Alright, so I'm just going to add my rosemary. And it has a really nice clean scent. And if your door is dirty and you think that it needs a little more than just an essential oil, you can always use a little bit of like organic soap, like clean, like without any dyes or scents or anything like that. Right. Witch hazel or something like that too would help. Alright, so I'm just going to wash my doorway. And then to finish off, I wanted to add one more crystal. So I just wanted to mention that once you have cleared, it's always nice to use things that bring in love and positivity. So rose quartz, it's really nice to keep in any space. Really easy to find rose quartz. It's very common. And it's also very powerful. So this is the one I keep under my treatment table at all times. But I keep rose quartz in every room. Makes a great gift as well to give. Unconditional love, friendship. It's kind of good vibes. So, so the last thing I wanted to do was use my clearing spray, and then after that, just a little bit of the blessings and gratitude spray. So I'm just going to use this. This is, so you can use things like, so sage is fine, frankincense, lavender, peppermint, they're all really good at cleansing, and this is how I cleanse in between clients, because it's not offensive. And I also use Reiki just to clear as well, which will probably just really finish this session off that way. But this is the last tool. So, if you are attuned to Reiki, then you would know that you can use it to protect, clear spaces all on its own. So I'm just going to seal this in and then bless you with the energy through time and space. All right. I will leave a timestamp so you can just skip to this in the future. for joining me tonight. I just wanted to mention that the Mother's Day sale on Etsy continues until May 16th, and so just use code MOM15 for 15% off anything. I have included a distance Reiki buying option on my Etsy page, and so that makes it easier for you to purchase and payment and things like that. So if you're interested in a distance personal video, just look it up and it should be available worldwide. So I just wanted to thank you very much for all your kind words, all your lovely comments. I appreciate it very much. If you haven't subscribed and you enjoy energy work, ASMR, Reiki, then please subscribe. It helps support the channel, and I appreciate all of you for joining me in this awesome channel. And it's growing, and I'm so excited for the future. So yeah, so I just wanted to mention that. I think that is it. I wanted to also say that yes, I did start a little quiet Reiki series, and this is going to be mostly, you probably won't see my face, and I might talk just a little bit, but they're just in terms of charging certain things, so that it's easy for you to just use as a tool, and like quick 10-minute Reiki to charge, certain things. If you have anything in mind that you'd like that for, please just leave me a comment. I try my best to answer all the comments and suggestions. Sometimes if they are a little personal, I would probably suggest just getting your own personal Reiki healing. The price, I try to keep it as reasonable as I can so that it makes it easy for you to enjoy those. Okay, so until next time, I will see you in about a week. Alright, take care. Namaste.